All right, so welcome back. The last video I created, I was looking at PS10 as compared to scores, and what I did this time was expand my sample set to include not only more PS10 cards, but also some a good number of PS9 cards as well. And so here are my findings so far. So what I found when I took these cards that are PSA graded and scanned them through my Cardscore scanner and my Epson scanner that it attaches to. Just really quick, I love this little thing. USB to the scanner, Ethernet to your router, and power through USB-C, and then you can scan your cards and send them to get scored. In any case, I was scanning these such that the PSA label was hidden, so essentially just off of the bed of the scanner, and so the folks who were providing the scores could not see that they had already been scanned by or had already been graded by PSA. And so we're giving me unbiased feedback in terms of the score. In any case, for the stack of PSA 10s that I sent to get scored, the average I got back was 93.57, with a range in terms of standard deviation from 95 to 92. So if you get a card score back in that range, 92 to 95, especially the upper end in terms of 93, 94, 95, and higher, then that is really at least my data, the equivalent of a PSA 10. Now, in terms of the PSA 9s, when I sent those to get scored, that average ranged from 89 to 94, so a little bit more variability, with the average score being 91.34. So a little bit of overlap in terms of that sort of 92 range between PSA 9 and PSA 10, which makes sense. We know that there's ranges in the PSA scores anyway. We're seeing that here in these card score averages. But certainly in 94, 93 has really high-end PSA 9s, more equivalent to PSA 10s. But as you get into the 92, 91, 90, and 89, then that's more of a solid PSA 9 type of range. And so here is that data in a graph format. So these are the cards that I sent in. So it was a mix everywhere from basketball and Kobe's to Pokemon and Charizard to some Stephen Curry, some A-Rod. So football, basketball, Pokemon, as well as baseball. And then this is that average of 93.5 in terms of the PSA cards I sent in. And now in terms of the PSA 9 cards, you can sort of see the more variability in some of these scores, but also Pokemon cards, football cards, basketball cards, a couple of baseball cards in here as well. And so a nice diversity in terms of the actual type of cards that I was sending in. You can sort of see the average there of 91.34 for the PSA 9s, and you could also see in this graph the overlap between the scores that I got back as compared to PSA 9 and PSA 10. And then digging a little bit deeper into the cards that I sent in. So I sent in 14 PSA 10 cards to get graded. So scanned those into Cardscore and sent them to 50 of my peers to get graded. Came up with the average here. And the standard deviation indicates, if you recall, that means most of the scores fell between 91.9 and 95.2 in terms of the bell curve. And that's how I figured the range, at least according to my scores here. And then these are the PSA 9 cards that I sent in, and that average as well. Sent in 19 PSA 9 cards to get scored. So pretty good sample size, all things considered. And you can sort of see the average, standard deviation, and the range here as well. And then what I also did is I sent in a number of other cards. Now I didn't graph these because I didn't have enough of them, at least in terms of getting them scored. But I sent in everything from PSA 8, 7, 5, 2, even a PSA 1. And the Cardscore scores were as expected in terms of, you could sort of see the what it would look like in a graph. I just have enough data to make the correlation, but also indicating sort of a bit of a difference between what is a technical grade from someone like PSA and what is a grade like Cardscore, which is looking at the eye appeal from collectors like me and you, which is why a score can be relatively higher than the technical grade. But in any case, those are my findings. Love to see you give it a try as well. See what results you get. Post that to YouTube as well, so we can all share the data that we're getting. But I'm liking the Cardscore, somewhat of an alternative, but also somewhat of a support in terms of getting confirmation and getting a second opinion. And so, in any case, those are my findings, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.